So people often say, Paul, how did you get into magic? Well, I'd like to tell you with the aid of this deck of cards. It all began when I was 18 years old. I woke early that morning. It felt like dawn, but I was wrong. It was Susan. There was a horse in bed and the light was on, which was strange because I don't normally sleep with the light on. Only light sleepers sleep with the light on, and I'm a hard sleeper. I sleep with the window open. On the bedside table was a sleeping tablet. I woke it up and I took it. I looked around my bedroom. The curtains were drawn, but the furniture was real. I checked my watch. I preferred it striped, but never mind. It was exactly 7:56. This girl came running into my bedroom and opened the door in her nightdress. I thought, it's a strange place to keep a door. She had an embarrassing mole on her neck. It kept jumping up and swinging from her earring. She also had a glass eye. She didn't tell me, it just dropped out in conversation. Anyway, that night, me and 3 of my friends caught the 44 bus and went down King Street. We were heading to our favourite club called the 678 Club. The club was so rough that the piano leg had a bandage. I can remember I paid £5 to get in, and then for £10 you could drink all you wanted all night long. There was all sorts of acts on at this club. There was this guy who used to call himself the King of Clubs. He'd wear a tutu and then he'd do the splits over a blow lamp and sing Great Balls of Fire. There was also a juggler. He didn't juggle with the usual 3 clubs. He used 3 cockerels. Now, one of these cockerels was straight. That's 3. One was straight. One was dyslexic. And one was gay. The first one would say cock-a-doodle-doo, the dyslexic one would say doodle-doodle-cock, and the other one would say any cock will do. I was stood at the bar. Some girl came over. Now, she wasn't the prettiest of girls. In fact, she was a real dog. I knew she was going to be easy because she had a mattress strapped to her back. She asked me to buy her a drink. I asked what she wanted. She replied, champagne, I guess. I said, guess again. She asked for whiskey on the rocks with real ice, none of that frozen stuff. Some guy then stuck something in my back, which worried me because both of his hands were on my shoulders. I turned around. There was a tramp who asked me for £55 for dinner. I said, that's a lot of money for dinner. And he said, well, I can't go dressed like this. It was time for the final cabaret act of the evening, a drag act called The Two Queens. Now, some other guy took offence to this and decided to call the police. The police turned up, but they didn't stop it, but they did manage to sell both of their truncheons for £10. Anywho, the owner then came over. He used to call me the Joker. He knew that I told a few jokes and did tricks. He asked me if I fancied doing 5 minutes. Well, I've got to admit, I did feel a little bit flush. Well, I said yes. However, I need to eat first. Well, that's when he brought over 2 trays of 3 sandwiches. I thought that's very kind. So I ate and I ate until I felt sick. Well, it turned into a regular thing after all. 7 gigs a night. Not too bad. One thing led to another. And here we are, 6,474 performances later. And I'm telling you this story. That does leave one card. The Joker. And that would be me.